People trying to hop into their first Hellcat or Scatpack or even upgrade are having the hardest time of their life right now in 2023. Let's talk about why. Guys, 2023 has been a crazy year coming back from 2022. Inflation has been going through the roof. You can see it in house prices and car prices throughout the whole nation. Houses that used to cost $150 in my city are costing $250. Cars that are costing 40K, 50K are now 65, 70K just because of markups. And these markups, along with these interest rates, is part of the reason why it's been so freaking hard to get into these Hellcats and Scatpacks. If you want to get into these Hellcats or Scatpacks, you have to be somebody with a lot of money, unless you have the ATL money glitch, you know what I'm saying? But now, for real, if you're simply a young person or you've been trying to upgrade, this is what you need to do and keep into account. So because of the high interest rates, you got to keep in mind that these dealer markups are crazy and they probably won't last long. But because they probably won't last long and the last call urgency, you're probably in between of what you want to do. So if you want to get into the Hellcat or Scatpack right now, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to probably need a crazy down payment to put down, because if you do no money down like you used to be able to do with these better interest rates, by the time you try to upgrade it, let's say you got a Hellcat and now you're trying to go to a red eye or a jailbreak or something like that, you're going to be a little bit upside down unless you pay a little bit extra principal every month or you just paid it off. If you're the type of person you're paying cash, click off this video. This is not for you, all right? But if you are financing the car, this is something you really got to be worried about, because let's say, for example, when I got my Hellcat, I got it for $0 down and I still had to pay $2,000, $3,000 out of pocket. I didn't lose too much, but I still lost something because the market flipped on me. Hellcats that were going for 90K when I sold my car were not going for that, so I had to pay money out of pocket just to get out of the car. And now to get into a cloth leather Scatpack, it's costing 65, 70K. Literally unheard of. You stupid. I don't know how people are selling people into this, and you know, it's kind of the consumer's fault because we want it so bad. Brand new people want to hop into that Scatpack like, oh, I got my Scatpack so bad. These dealers are taking advantage of it, and to be fair, that is what a business should do, you know, take advantage of the demand, because you have the demand and all the supply. You know, but that's another thing. We have so much supply and people are still, you know, paying for these crazy markups. It would be one thing if you only saw like 2 Scatpacks on the lot, but there's literally 20, 30 Scatpacks on every dealer I've been seeing so far. But that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and talk about how you can get these cars for cheaper, or how you can get the best deal on these cars. So obviously you have a lot of dealerships in your area, your city, your county, whatever it may be. And a lot of these dealerships are ones that are marking up like crazy, marking up a little bit, or have no markups whatsoever. So you want to take your time, do your due diligence and a lot of research, and make sure you cross out the ones that are having crazy markups and you go to the one with little to no markups. The reason I say that is because why go to like one of these stupid fancy dealerships that have all these luxury stuff but are marking you up 20, 30K just for you to be paying on top of that a crazy inflated interest rate. It's already enough you got to pay these crazy interest rates. Make sure you get that Scatpack or Hellcat with no crazy markups. So once you find that Scatpack with no crazy markups, you're still going to have to deal with the inflated interest rates. Even if you go to a credit union or a good bank, it's still going to be crazy. What it was a couple months ago is not what it is now, unfortunately. So you got to have to, you know, be in mind with that if you want to get into that car now. My recommendation will be to hold out and wait, but you know, if you want to get it now, that's just how it's going to be. So once you get it with no markup, try to still even negotiate a little bit, because there's always still some things that the dealerships add to get their extra money. And finding the dealership with no markups isn't enough. You also want to make sure you find the package you're looking for as far as the car goes. So if you see a Scatpack and you're really trying to get a Scatpack, make sure you look at the area. Dude, if I see a Scatpack with leather options with, you know, all the premium features 200 miles away for just a little bit more, and you know, has no markups, I'm going to that one compared to the one in my area for, you know, a little bit more markups with no, you know, premium features. Because at the end of the day, you got to keep in mind that's probably going to be a car you're going to keep for a while, or a car you're going to be flexing with for a bit before you upgrade. So you want to be, you know, making sure you're riding something nice, right? So, you know, don't be hopping into things just because you want to rush. Take your time. I know you probably trying to get into it now, but take your time, pick out the right car and everything. Put in the comments below, what is your car buying process as far as, you know, when you're looking for a car? Me personally, when I'm looking for my car, you know, I either build it out, or if I'm looking for a used car, I gotta, you know, look at the miles, look at the Carfax. Has it been damaged? Rebuild title? Is it still a good title? You know, things like that. I gotta bring my dad with me because he gotta look at the car and everything. I'm not too mechanically inclined, so you want to make sure you take a look. I had bought a Camaro before from CarMax, thinking it was good, and that thing was overheating. So you want to make sure when you're buying these used cars, you know, you buying it with nothing wrong with it. And that's another thing. If you want to save even more money in this crazy market, don't go for that new Scat Pack. Go for a Scat Pack literally a year ago or 2 years back, because it'll save you a lot of money. A couple years ago, the used Scat Packs were going as much as the new ones, but right now the used Scat Packs are heavily discounted compared to the new ones. The interest rates, typically when you get interest rates for a used vehicle, it will be a lot more. If it's a year or two behind, you know, the current year 2023, it's not going to be no crazy over interest rate. Like, for example, if you get a Scat Pack closer to 2016, you'll probably be paying like 11-12% even with good credit, just because it's so old, and the banks like lending with more recently new cars. If you get a brand new car, the interest rate is way better. Used car, still kind of good interest rate, but a lot worse than, you know, a brand new car, which is why I like going for new cars, just because of the interest rates. But like I said, at this current stage in the game, in the market, the new car is going to be not as worth it because of the crazy markups, compared to you getting a higher interest loan for the used car, because the used car will be heavily discounted. So me, I'm the type of person, I get the cars, I go in and out, you know, depending on what I'm feeling, you know, what goal I'm pursuing. But like you said, you got to understand your goal, what you want to do, because in this market is really crazy. So don't let these dealerships take advantage of you. Make sure you're going to the dealerships with no markups. Make sure you find the car of your choice, Scat Pack, Trackhawk, Hellcat, whatever it may be, Durango, and make sure that it's optioned out with everything you want on it, and then go ahead and get that loan and make sure you get the best price. I'm tired of seeing people get it repo, man. I'm just trying to help out. You know, don't hop into no Hellcat Scat Pack that you're gonna hop into a 25%, 30% interest rate. Like, it's stupid what people are going through right now. So I'm just trying to talk about the current market situation and make sure everybody understands. If you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful, please make sure to drop a like. It really helps the channel grow, and I'll see you guys on the next one.